everyone. I'm Akela. I'm the head of customer success engineering at Rasa, and I'm here with Liang, who works for JPMorgan Chase, which is a financial services company in the US. Liang, thanks for joining me. And do you want to give us a quick introduction?
Sure. So, hi, I'm Liang. I lead digital intelligence for JPMorgan Chase, especially in the digital space. We have digital bank, digital services. So my team serves and creates advanced solutions for our applications.
Cool, nice. And and so you're working on conversational assistants a lot at the moment, right?
Yes. So one of the projects we're working on is a team is a digital assistant, which is a chatbot. Mm-hmm. So what we want to do is serve our customers in the digital channels where a customer could, converse with a bot, and then the bot will try to understand what they're saying and route them and complete the appropriate services that they're requesting.
Right. Yeah. And so what kind of user goals is it you're addressing at the moment within this bot?
Yeah, I mean, so for Chase Digital, our primary goal is to serve the consumer and banking. So imagine a checking account, savings account, probably be one of our customers, and then using one of our credit cards. So our customer base is a lot bigger. So it's really everyday customers, no matter how big, how small you are. Also, potentially, we'll be serving business banking customers as well. So our customer base is really, they have different knowledges, they have different backgrounds, but then in general, the services we're providing here will be primarily banking and credit card based.
All right, yeah. So just basically everything to do with someone's account, kind of.
Yeah. Exactly. Yep.
Nice. And yeah, so you've been in. The bot is in production now, as I understand it, right?
Yeah, so we are in production. So we had a few different versions from our internal builds. So the current version is out there facing a large number of customers in the millions. We'll also scale up and then see how the customers will react to this new method of communication.
Right, yeah. And could you tell us a bit about what the journey looked like there from starting the bot to putting it in production?
Yeah, so I think I was lucky or, unlucky to catch the beginning of this development. So I think, started with one solution. Really, I think the question internally is what exactly a chatbot should do. So, we have a lot of different segments or different services we're providing to our customers. Is it to provide just services? Is it to answer calls? So there were a lot of different features or internal debates we're having. So that's where, we had a few tries. We had multiple pilots run in the past just to understand how people will interact with the bot and also really help us to define the features we want to roll out. And of course, our competitors already have multiple bots out there. So I think, for our team, we're looking at how customers or humans really reacting to banking services being provided by an automated bot away from, answering service calls, right? So, and we have spent a lot of time also understanding, we have billions of call center calls where our customers are calling in, requesting services, reporting problems. We also spend a lot of time understanding from a service call or call center perspective what people are requesting. So that actually took a lot of effort to understanding the transcripts digitally, and then really trying to kind of take that data, analyze it, and put it into some of the features in chatbot here. Yeah, so it's been a long journey and kind of complex. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of just trying to figure out what your users want and how best to address that. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, we were trying to find optimization and, what are the most prominent features users, will call in for. But, just because people call in doesn't necessarily mean they want to engage in a digital channel. So those are still our questions internally, trying to understand.
Got it. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, you said there was like a lot of data you had to dig through and stuff. Is there like any tools that you that helped you kind of streamline this process?
Yeah, so I mean, we have a lot of tools. we have a lot of vendor tools. So in general, it's really about data quality. We have a lot of data, but then they may reside, in different systems. It's very difficult to pull out. We also have regulatory requirements on how long those data will actually need to live or not live. So pulling out the data is a very challenging task, and also transcribing really noisy data into something that's usable. It's also very challenging. So we have gone through multiple tools, multiple vendors to really do that better. We are also working with the internal team to really to do speech transcription. So in the end, I think we went through, so we are combining customer data with artificially generated data to really start training and learning, really teaching what the bot needs to do.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, so making sure the model has enough data to learn from. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, you've talked about, it sounds like there's a lot of work went into this generally. So like, I mean, what kind of team setup did you have for that?
Yeah, so I think in general, we have a product team. So the product team really works, with different lines of business to understand what they would want in, chatbot. And then they also create the product requirements. And then we have the technology team who are really the team who will build, the system and also integrate the rest of the Chase universe. So because like every question or service the user is requesting need to be channeled or really activated for downstream system to be activated to fulfill a service. So the technology team worked a lot on the really streamlining all the API calls, services together. So it required multiple teams effort to do that. And then my own team is really focused on developing NLP or models. So we are on the business side or product side. So we work with the product team and also the technology team to really create that full-on solution. So definitely, at least 3 teams were involved. And then beyond that, we have the model operations team. So it's multiple team effort.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of people. And I guess there's also some just content people involved that are in charge of like labeling data and stuff.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, so in our channels before a product's designed or, really been as requirements, we also have the design team. So the design team also content people to really, formalize what exactly the bot should say and then in what situation. And so some of the answers the bot returns are probably very static, meaning we're required to say certain things when some questions are asked. There's no deviation from some of the responses there because it is a consumer banking. So definitely legal, content, design, we're all engaged.
Right, yeah. So I guess that's some of the challenges that come specifically with the banking industry, just making sure the statements are like legally correct and so on.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. Nice. And yeah, so you mentioned at the beginning that you're planning on scaling this bot to more users. So yeah, I mean, what are some things you're looking at there and some challenges you're running into right now?
Yeah, so in general, we have deployed the system to probably around 5% of our customer base. So we want to scale to 100%. So obviously, running a system for many millions of people is difficult. And so our technology team is really working on, looking into how do we scale up, how do we, deal with spikes in traffic. In the recent days, we have seen increased traffic from our customers. So it could be, the new customers who are onboarded are just more digitally active. So obviously, we are trying to maybe initially target more digitally active customers. And then in the long run, we also want to really making sure like this new channel becomes very, very engaging with customers. So we're tracking, digitally active customers in this new channel. So it's not just one-off engagement. So some of the services we're providing right now, like changing address or replacing a credit card, those are, of course, it's not like every single day we need to do that with a customer. It's more high impact, but we're trying to think, what other services or information can surface in this new channel to our customers. So this becomes a destination for them to come in and engage with the bot and find out either information about their account or, financial services or just whatever is impacting the market. So, so all those things are going to really impact how we manage the system. So on scalability, really to have the same response time efficiency that we have right now with a smaller pool of customers, definitely very important. Also, once we start incorporating more content, more decision making, integrating with the rest of the Chase system, where you'll see, selection or optimization of content being selected elsewhere to be sent into this channel, then the chatbot itself is not just an ask and answer system. It becomes a system that can incorporate other decisions, content, and then making a decision for the customer to answer the question. So maybe personalization is another angle where you and I could ask the same question, but then we'll see kind of answers back. Then our account situation, financial situation be different. So those are kind of like the complexities we're considering on different levels or different areas of scaling.
Got it. Yeah. Sounds like there's a lot of plans ahead still.
Yeah, we have a lot of systems and a lot of services we have. It's just in terms of like what's the most valuable for our customers and to whom.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah. And maybe just to wrap up, I wanted to get your thoughts on like why take like an incremental approach versus just pushing it out to everyone at once.
Yes. So I think it will be very difficult to push out to many million customers at once. So I think one thing is that we're deploying models behind the scene, right? And these natural language processing models. We want to understand the different layers of delay we're incurring. And also, I think from a JPMorgan Chase perspective, we want to introduce this product out slowly to customers, not making a big splash. It's really like, we have many features implemented in the initial release. We wanted to kind of understand maybe, what if it's a complete miss, right? It's not really the case right now, but still we can see features people are using prominently. Some of the other features, customers are not really using. We're also thinking about reorganizing some of the features, really like, the bot's behavior will actually change. So a lot of it is just collecting data, understanding behavior, and possibly change the product design direction. So it'll be harder to do that if we roll out to all customers and not understanding, the feedback directly. So we're still working on collecting data, collecting the feedback. So that's another layer of complexity. We are rolling out and scaling up very quickly though. So we'll probably see full scale very soon.
Awesome. Nice. Yeah. No, I definitely agree. I mean, part of our philosophy is also learn from your users before trying to solve all their problems at once.
Yeah, we have so many features. So it's, our operations team are really collecting that data, doing a lot of analysis. We have long conversations on what exactly is happening. So a lot of it is, open for interpretation, but, we're really drawing up some hypotheses and then really understanding maybe it's one direction we want to go, maybe another direction we don't want to go. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Well, yeah, thanks a lot for sharing all these insights with us. It was great chatting to you.
Thank you, Akela.